Alright, let's go, nerds. We got some stuff to change on here. We swapped the boards, so we now have the 0 fuse going Invader, and the 1.2 is in the Toxic build, so we'll switch that up. I think I'm pretty much okay with checking this here. Done, even though we are going to finish the last few things on it, but in terms of painting, cutting stuff, wiring, all that kind of stuff, testing, temperature testing, we're all good there. We now have our RGB LEDs. And as I said on this one, I kind of want one at each colored window. Now obviously each color is going to look different under each colored piece of acrylic. So interested to see how that turns out. We got our hard drive here. We just need to splice in 4 LEDs, get them mounted. I think I want them on this side. I want to keep in mind you're normally going to view the system this way or this way. And so if your LEDs are shining this way, you're going to get those kind of bright spots. But from this direction, it should hide it a bit more. We were going to put these into this one, but I'm kind of just having second thoughts about the brown acrylic. I thought it'd be a good idea. I feel like, honestly, I have some red left over. We might just go red and put like red LEDs in there, whether they're the solid ones or the flashing ones. I'm not sure, because I feel like even these just aren't going to be too bright no matter what we put behind this. It's not going to be super bright, but I also kind of wanted that because the side window's supposed to be pretty bright, lots of flashing colors, and if this is kind of a dim flashing color, it'll just kind of look like, you know, a window to the party going on inside. And once these are set, we can do the side window for this one. All that stuff is painted. We can go ahead and put our plexiglass in, and then our acrylic. We got our stickers in for this build, so we should be able to get this one pretty much done. We got our fans. I'm hoping I have enough, or at least one male 3-pin connectors. We can tie all those fans into it. I just want all those on 12 volts. They're pretty much silent. Rain has finally stopped, but it's still just soaking wet outside, and the obviously giant holes in the garage seal. Instead of actually adding more blue, what I want to do is use that other silver that pretty much matches the OEM silver vents, and just kind of do either a misting on the edges, so it looks like this is kind of splashing over onto here on the top and bottom, or maybe a little bit of kind of splatter. We also have the flashing LEDs for this one now too. I only had a couple left, but we have another pack, so I can hopefully get this window done as well. And finally, want to get those last few things tidied up on this so that it is 100% ready to go. Testing wise, everything is good. All of our other stuff is in. I do think I want to add that second UV strip down here. That way the entire ring of the fan is glowing instead of the top glowing a lot and the bottom a little bit. And then we also just want to cover that LED. And to be completely honest, I'm pretty confident in this cooling system. I really want to flip this fan back around to how I originally planned to do it. Mainly because obviously this is a filter and this is where we want all of the dust to hit, instead of going in through every other opening and then being stuck to the whole inside and the inside of the filter. So, it's not that I don't like the brown. I didn't realize I never sanded the back of it. I think that's what we need to do. And I think I'm just going to put the front LED alongside the back one there. And we'll just make sure that that's dispersed a little bit, because these LEDs are 5mm. I can't really fit it between the hard drive and the acrylic. There's not enough space. But it definitely looks like there's a party going on. Maybe. So here's what we got going on. Several different lengths of LED. After realizing the bigger LEDs aren't going to fit between the hard drive and the acrylic, and these definitely take up the whole width there. Since I have flashing blue, flashing red, and flashing green, I figured I'd put a different color behind each, and then we do still have the RGB will stick back here for the yellow. So ran the wires sort of nicely. Each one here, 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 and you can see that LED right here. I guess I put it in a bad spot. I'm going to have to either cover that or see if we can slide it towards behind this or behind this. The orange one as well. Oh yeah, that's so cool. So we got the one changing colors in the back. Green one is on the purple. Blue is on the yellow. Oh, no, wait, it's red, blue-green, I think. Is that blue? That looks like yellow. So this part, really excited for. So excited, I already did part of it. So we cut out our plexiglass and then sanded the back side of it with a rougher grit sandpaper. And then we put our decals on there. So we got Delivery Shuttle at the bottom, Pizza Planet at the top. We've got our claw, the aliens, and we even threw in Buzz and Woody in their Pizza Planet Mega Gulp and Supernova Burger. Next up, and I was a little back and forth, I kind of measured it with the UV yellow. We also have the regular yellow here, but I guess we're going with UV because the other one is slightly wider for some reason. But that's going to be totally fine. Should be a little bit harder to see through, and then I still really want to try putting that one-way mirror film on the one side and kind of putting it down this way, and I'm hoping that'll, obviously it's not going to blend in with the outer part, but as much as we can, and hopefully hide the stickers completely until they're lit up. The one-way mirror film on our UV yellow piece here, and we could put it this way or this way. I think this way is going to look better. It'll kind of make the whole side yellow, and it should hide the stickers better until they are backlit. Also went ahead and added some silver to the Dallas Cowboys. Mostly splatter, did some misting towards the bottom. Kind of fades back to blue at the top. And we're going to definitely do some high grit sanding on this and the high gloss clear coat. So I should have trimmed the film a little bit more on these two sides. It kind of peeled up a little bit, but that's okay. We have plenty more. We can just rewrap it. But you can see, pretty much just blends in from certain angles. You can kind of see what's going on there. And then when it's backlit, you can see it very clearly. In the black light, really can't see what's going on in there. But from the back side, I actually like that a lot. Oh, now I don't know if we should do UV or the color changing. So over to the motherboard, let's go ahead and get these few things done. We got the motherboard back out of the frame here. Going to cut some of the grill out by the fans. I just like doing that. We've got 3 of these eco-friendly fans. Going to have them all on 12 volts, and because we're going to have 3 of those, and I think I'm going to go with the UV LEDs, which is 12 volts instead of the color changing ones, which would be 5. And I don't want 3 fans and the LED strip all on this, but we'll use this for the LED strip, and then we're going to use, I'm actually all out of 3-pin connectors, but I have so many 4-pin Molex, we're just going to use that because I do want the fans to be unplugged. Otherwise, you know, you'd literally have to cut the wires. Don't got to worry about that on this one because you can just unplug the DVD cable. And so I've got to double check these. I'm pretty sure the middle ones are 12 volt and the bottom is ground. Like literally the one to the left of the square one and then the one diagonally below that. Or vice versa. I know it's those two. I should double check. I'm kind of holding these over where they're going to go, so that is the 12 volt on the left, and that'll be the ground on the right. Alright, let's test this out. Got our 4-pin on there, all the fans connected to that 4-pin there, and there's an extra spot here, since the UV strip already is on a 4-pin Molex, we could just plug it right in there. Time to make sure I didn't break it, and that all our fans spin and aren't super loud. Probably shouldn't have used the loud power supply, that's what you're hearing right there. I obviously just kind of laid the LED strip randomly in there, just to get a feel for it. I don't know, what should we do here? I think we'll put like the UV around the top maybe, and then just put one of the bright white strips underneath here, because I like how it's glowing, but I want the images to be a little bit more clear. So I think adding, and we can cut that LED strip as short as we want to get the right kind of brightness there. And obviously I still got to rewrap that piece there, so ignore that. Alright, let's try it out now. Oh yeah, that's way better. Of course, this is still not pushed down all the way. But now we've got some purple on the bottom, white at the top, and we've got that LED strip wrapped all the way around so that the UV is pointed out the back a little bit. See those fans? A couple things. Besides the film on this, we'll take care of that. We now need to do something about the DVD drive and the fan tunnel, which is fine. I did already order an RF board for this one, and you'll see the exact color combo we're doing there. But now that you can see those, I think we want to paint them black or a dark gray. Just, I don't know, a nice background for that. I don't think it needs to be like white or anything like that. I think if we do black, it'll actually dampen down the light a little bit and just be a nice background. So it is, well, it's the middle of the night right now. So in the morning, I'll get some probably just flat black or something onto both of those. Maybe we'll go gloss so it's a little reflective. And this probably won't show up for at least a few more days anyway, so that stuff can dry while we wait on that. One thing we did get in are a set of white buttons. So why don't we try throwing the controller together real quick. I hope I don't need to drill out the function buttons to fit these. They used to be fine, but the last few kits I've gotten, I don't know if these are bigger or if, I don't know, there's something with the shells I was using. I'm going to go for this controller right here, Z. Everything seems to be pretty good on this one, besides obviously the dirtiness. And this right bumper. Something's a bit off with it. I'm hoping this is just cracked and it's not anything on the inside. If that's good, then we can throw all this stuff on. Okay, so we got the new triggers on here, same ones that were already on there, just a lot more white. And then we've got the analog sticks. Those are in there. And then we cleaned this centerpiece because this button kit doesn't come with the centerpiece, it just comes with the shoulders. So we cleaned that out, put the new shoulders on there. I didn't really see anything like broken or cracked on the old buttons. And I don't see anything wrong with these here. They both click just fine. There's no cracks or anything. So, oh boy. So I don't know. Hopefully, just putting it back together cleaner. Maybe something was in there. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully that clicks normally again. Our front panel mostly done. These did need to be sanded out. I don't know what's going on. Obviously, there was a little bit of paint in this one, and I guess I did use more than one layer of paint. But I just feel like these buttons aren't as precise as they used to be. I don't know. But it just takes a little bit. I just put the drill in there and just kind of sand the sides around on each of these, and they fit in there just fine now. But yeah, no matter what angle you hit it from, it clicks fine every time. Before, this one just like, I don't know, it just felt like the button was halfway pushed down already. But yeah, we're all good to go. Alright, it's been like 11 minutes. I think we're good on these. See what it looks like there with the faceplate on it. I like that a lot. And we've got the black painted parts underneath in there. Let's see what that looks like. I'm happy with where we're at with this one for now. Like I said, I'm waiting on that RF board. As soon as that comes in, we can pop that in. Just throw the rest of the shell together. I think I still want to change out the LEDs to red ones in the hard drive. And if I'm honest, I still don't actually have a plan on keeping this in place. I don't know, I just don't want to use any sort of glue around the outside. I feel like it's going to be really hard to not have it look messy, but I guess at the same time it would kind of match anyway. That brings us to this guy here. Let's get this wrapped up. We gotta cover that red LED, not a fan of it. Gotta throw this shell on another controller. That's good. This one's got a bit of a wonky left thumbstick, and I think I really want to commit to flipping the fan back around. I'm pretty confident temperature-wise we're still going to be great. Even if it hits like 60, that's still a really good temperature. So our toxic biohazard build here is back apart. Problem solved with the LED. I mean, I'm not going to remove the LED. It is still an indicator. I mean, you got your red standby light and the green light flashes when it's booting. So, I mean, it's still good to have that there. I just don't want this super bright red light showing through here. So that's solved. Looks like I need to fix this because you can't really glue this in place and then put the top piece on. You keep having to pull it back, and since we've taken it apart 15 times. Next, let's pop this fan off real quick and just flip it right around. We'll have to pop this off as well. We're doing a lot of popping. We're back to this point here, where it's, back together. And yeah, I'm really hoping our temperatures are going to be relatively the same. If they are worse, which wouldn't be a surprise, hopefully it's only by a few degrees. We still have that inner shield on this right side, piece of plexiglass. And of course we moved the Pokemon coin to the other side here, so it's now on the front, and it obviously spins with the fan. And I mean, it just looks so much cleaner. Filter on there. That was the hard drive making that sound, and it obviously went into the E68 error. I have no clue. I took the plate back off. Yeah, I don't know. If that was the actual disc hitting something or whatever, then I'm sure this is totally useless. But we took that off. We put all 4 screws on. Usually I put like maybe just the diagonal ones just to keep it from sliding backwards. But with this, it kind of made it, it wasn't like a tight fit, but it was a snug fit with that on top. So I don't know. I guess we're going to try it like this to see if it works. If not, I guess we'll grab another hard drive. Okay, so it was clearly, I guess that plate was maybe putting too much pressure on it. It did boot. I guess we need to change the input on the TV, see if things got deleted or something. Yeah, okay, I mean, it seems good. So I guess that just plate won't work for that. It worked fine with the SSD. It was a little bit thinner, so I guess there was just plenty of space there. Maybe I just didn't have these screws tight enough. That's a possibility. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. Check our temperatures. So 23, 33, 35, 40. Pull up dash launch here. Go down. And okay, we are at 90%. There we go. We'll leave it at 100 for now and just test it that way, and then we can kind of slowly lower it depending on the temperatures. So we're just going to leave it on the dash here, fans on 100, while we swap the controller over. So for starters, I had to eat a sandwich. I haven't eaten in a while. It looks like we're already pretty much hitting that ceiling, at least on our just idling. This one, I mean, it's still going up on the decimal side very slowly. Otherwise, everything else seems to pretty much be locked in. Now our controllers. We've got this one here. I mean, it's dirty, obviously. It's a used one. Probably never been opened. But everything on here is in much better clicky, feely shape than this one. So we'll just swap them real quick. There we go. All done. Okay, Okay, I didn't do it. I'll do it after the video, trust me. So let's go ahead and game on this thing for a while and just see what the temperatures are like. Let's see what I'm talking. It's still green. Oh, sweet. 55, 49, 47, 27. Great temperatures. Alright, got a little distracted, playing around for a while. It's been almost an hour. And yeah, I think it's safe to say we've pretty much reached our comfort zone. So I promise I'll swap the controller here, put this back together. Obviously everything seems to be good there, so. Otherwise it's time to put this video together, because I was hoping to have it up 24 hours ago. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to not like, comment, or subscribe. And check out that membership. And we'll see you in the next video.